Hello, my name's Dr. Moody. I have been asked by Dr. Cook to assist her with some tutorials on how to use Flashmeeting, which is a free online browser-based video conferencing software provided to us by the Open University in the United Kingdom, something that I've been using in my classes for about the last 4.5 years. Excuse me. Anyway, like I said, this is a quick tutorial on how to use Flashmeeting. What you see in front of you is the link that Dr. Cook will send you, that being this URL right here. And when you click on this, it will take you to the page that you see in front of you. You won't see my picture down here below, however. But you will see February 6th till 2:30 diverse learners. When you get here, the first thing you want to do is type in your name. And as a benefit to your classmates and the instructor, what I have my students do is I ask them to type in their first name, minimum, and their last initial, and the city and state where they reside. Being in an online format, many of you might possibly be from outside the state of Kansas, and it's worth everyone's while to kind of get a geographical idea when you respond to a question where that's coming from, because opinions and different things that we do in our lives are sometimes truly based on where we live. And it just adds an interesting niche to the class. Excuse me. I think I'm catching a cold. I'm going to try to avoid that in weeks to come. Okay, so you have your name in there, first name, last initial, Hayes, Kansas. Then come over here. You already see my video, and you see this bar jumping up and down right here, which indicates that I do indeed have video that will be seen by everybody, and you can indeed hear my voice. But you still want to open up and test your application to make sure everything works. So you want to click on yes, yes, yes on all three of these. Speakers and headphones, these are all vital. Even if you don't have a camera, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a video conference. But if you have access to a microphone and speaker headphones, that works as well. You will need a camera for your internships and student teaching if you're out of state. So my advice is to get one just as quickly as possible. What I'm using right now is the Logitech 9000. It's an HD camera with a built-in microphone. It's a really good quality webcam. Got it on eBay for about $65. Walmart has the next step down for about $44. And again, Logitech comes with its own built-in recording software, a lot of other neat features. And I'm not being paid a commercial fee to endorse their product. It's just what we use here on campus quite a bit. Pretty good camera. Okay, so you've got everything checked. Click here. This will tell you if you have Flash. Very important. That's what runs the video and the audio. That's okay. Come up here and click on 2, which is to test your sound. You want to click on this button.
This is to test your sound.
You want to hear the British speaking. Then after you're done, you click here. Now you want to test your microphone. And sometimes if you have a built-in microphone, you won't have as many options, and that's all you're using. I'm using the Logitech here because it's a better microphone, but this is one that's built in. The other thing you want to make sure is that you click Reduce Echo, and that'll get rid of some of the reverberation in the room. And you can adjust this if you're not quite hitting the top, and then close it. And then you want to record yourself to make sure that it is picking up your message. This is a recording for a tutorial video. You don't have to go all 10 seconds, but you can come down here to make sure it's working. This is a recording for a tutorial video. It's working just fine, so you want to click here. Now you want to go check your camera. If you have video here, you're in great shape. Sometimes on a Macintosh, and also sometimes even on a PC when you have an external webcam, and one that's not built into your laptop, you need to click here. And if you don't see the brand of your webcam, this is what I'm using. Click here, and you have other choices. Right now, my other 2 choices are Google Camera Adapter 0 and 1. But this is the camera I'm using. In a Macintosh, it's different. It says different things. If you're not seeing a video, just click on them individually until you get the one that presents your picture for you. When you've done that, close here. This is good. You're good to go. And you want to quit. And then you'll see your picture here. You've got your name here. Right now, this meeting is scheduled for the 6th of February. It's got some time to go. What I tell my students is to be careful about clicking this, because if you're not ready to be on camera and everything's working, as soon as the countdown clock hits where it's supposed to go, then you will kind of be caught up, possibly unexpectedly. When you're ready to be on camera is when you click this. And then after this time expires, this box won't be here. You'll just click here, and that will take you to the meeting itself. That concludes how to get here. I'm going to create another video that shows you how, once you're inside, and it'll be in a demo, it'll give you a brief explanation on how to use the tools inside of Flashmeeting. Now what you see in front of you is a demonstration so I can show you what's inside. I had to switch sites. So let's say this meeting has 2 hours to go or whatever, but for demonstration purposes they only allow you 5 minutes. So we've already typed in our name. Here's how you'd enter, and remember the tick box is gone and you have to agree to the terms. We've already checked our application to make sure everything works. So you enter. And that beeping you hear is it's telling you how many minutes you have left in the meeting. This is referred to the big picture. When you click your start broadcasting, you end up in a big picture. This over here in this area is what I call the Hollywood squares. If I had several students in here, everybody would be over here. Okay. To stop broadcasting, and here you also see the importance of your name as well. It shows the person who is talking. And if you'll notice, the graph is jumping up and down. When you're here and you're in the big picture, if you don't see your graph jumping up and down, we can see you, but we cannot hear you. To stop broadcasting, always remember to hit stop broadcasting. Occasionally, someone will get stuck. That's just how technology is, and you'll freeze. And don't be surprised if Dr. Cook comes over here and clicks interrupt button. And that will pull her in, or whoever the instructor for the session is, and they'll say, I'm sorry to jump on top of you like this, but you were froze, and please come back into the conversation when you get your situation remedied. But remember, always to stop broadcasting. If you don't, we may see you looking like this, and your husband or your wife might come in, or the kids, or a dog or a cat, and everything that is said in the background is picked up. So remember the importance of stop broadcasting. Now when you're over here in the Hollywood squares and someone else is talking, if you want to be the next person to speak, well, that's not what I wanted to show you. You'll click on start broadcasting, and since there's just myself in here, what will happen up here is the person who is next in line to talk, their name, they're on deck, so to speak. They'll be right here. I would encourage you, with 30 or more students that are in here, to write down any comments or questions that you have. But by the time it gets to you, if you're 29, there's a good chance you'll have forgotten what you wanted to say. So always have a piece of paper and pencil laying around so you can write down your questions and your comments. It's my understanding that each of you will be giving some type of presentation. What I would encourage you to do, if you're on deck, sometimes the person that's in the big picture gets kicked out. So rather than go on deck for this first meeting, why don't you wait till the person is finished broadcasting, give some indication that concludes my presentation. That person is going to hit stop broadcasting, and then the very next person over here that hits enter the queue or start broadcasting, they'll be next. And if there's somebody up here, go ahead and unclick yourself down here the same way that you entered, and let's not have anybody up here on deck. That way this person won't have anybody kick them out. And that's occasionally what happens inside a Flashmeeting. If you want to conduct any type of chat or ask your questions down here, this is this area where you can say hello Susie or John. Texting does take place down here. Remember to stay on task with your comments. But that's a very simple tutorial. As you can see, we're about to run out of time. This concludes this tutorial. This almost concludes this tutorial. As I was thinking, as I was signing off the last time, if you want to go back to watch the replay of this meeting, as long as you have access to this link, you can go back and watch the replay in its entirety. There's a host of other tools in there that allow you to move the video back and forth, and you can also review the text as well. Now I'm done. Thank you.